Hello there, Mazen. Very happy to see these new essays from you. Let's get right into your corrections. Okay, pie chart. It would be really helpful to actually have an image of the pie chart when correcting this. So if you can just kind of include it somehow, attach the picture to your email, that'd be fantastic. But let's see what you have to say. The pie charts compare how popular 7 school subjects in New South Wales were, okay, this doesn't belong here, it goes over there, in the years 2014, 2017. In 2014, 27.3% of South Wales students, capital, preferred geography. And this percentage was the highest in that year. However, it fell to 12.2, okay, in 2017. Math was the second most preferred subject, being lower than geography. Okay, so you could have, this little being lower than geography just feels a little awkward. You could have phrased it a little differently. You could have said math was the second most preferred subject at 4% lower than geography. Or math was 4% lower than geography, making it the second most preferred subject. Okay, you could have said that too. That would have been nice. And also became less popular in 2017 when only 12.2% of the students chose it. Okay, that part's fine. All right, now this is a little grammatical rule. You don't start a sentence with a number, so you have to actually write it out completely. But since it's a percentage, this makes your life really kind of complicated, doesn't it? So try to avoid this here. This whole starting the sentence with 8.7%, it's a little complex. So avoid it and try to construct your sentence differently. Okay, so 8.7 and 3.2 of the students, plural, preferred PE in the years 2014 and 2017, respectively. Okay. Fine. Why did you choose to talk about PE here? This confuses me because, I mean, you know, I feel like you're just kind of grabbing subjects and their percentages and not really linking them together. And the reason why I say that is all of a sudden you're okay, I think I understand now. You're doing this because all of these had a decline, right? Okay, I think I understand that now. What would have been good is if you had actually made that connection for the reader. So you could have said, in the 3-year period, several subjects experienced a decline or experienced a reduction in their proportion. And then it totally makes sense that you've done it like this. But you can see that I read the whole paragraph, and it was only looking at the next paragraph that I realized what you're trying to do. So don't make the examiner have to do extra work and try to figure out why you're grouping something. Make it obvious by explaining. This is the connection that I'm making here. I've put the ones that decreased in one paragraph and I put the ones that increased in another paragraph. All right, so let's see how you did with the rest of this. Physics was chosen by 19.4% of pupils as a favorite subject 2000. Actually, not 2014. 14, right? Okay, and then this percentage rose to 21.2. Okay, biology went from 13.4 to 24.4 to be the most preferred subject in 2017. I would have put a full stop here. History experienced a dramatic increase in popularity from 1% to 19%. Okay, chemistry was preferred the least in both years. You could have said something like where, or chemistry preferred the least in both years, with a percentage of 1% in 2014 and 0 in 2017. Overall, geography was the most favorite school subject in 2014, while the highest percentage of the students preferred biology in 2017. It is clear that subject preference changed considerably in the given period. Okay, so I like your last sentence here. That was nicely done. I already told you what I wanted here. I wanted you to make the link for me. I wanted you to tell me these decreased and these increased. I also maybe would have liked a little more comparison, a little more, how can I say this? So I mean, rather than just giving me like mechanically numbers that it went from this to this, it went from this to this, you could have said that something experienced an 11% jump. Okay? Or you wrote dramatic increase. That's fine. Dramatic. It is a dramatic increase. You could say it skyrocketed. Let's see where else. But yeah, basically, it was a lot. It was a lot of that. It was a lot of, you know, it was this number 2014 and then this 2017. So try to kind of break up that monotony a little bit by using different ways to express the changes. Okay. All right, but on the whole, it was a nice effort. Moving on here to task 2. In some cities, there are car-free days whereby private vehicles are forbidden from moving, while public transport, no S, bicycles and taxis are allowed to move freely. I think the advantages of this outweigh the drawbacks. Firstly, this essay will explain how car-free days are environmentally friendly and also how they improve the traffic situation. And secondly, we'll discuss how the major drawback is solvable. Okay. So, restricting car usage to certain days helps to reduce air contamination. This is because cars emit carbon dioxide, monoxide, no? Okay. Excessively, and by reducing the number of cars, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air would fall drastically. In addition, if the number of cars on the streets decreases, cars would move faster and there would be no traffic congestion. For example, recent research showed that in China, the level of pollution dropped by 36% after the government decreased, with a D, the number of cars by 10%, and at the same time, traveling time decreased by 2 minutes for every 3 miles. Okay, nice. I like that. Okay, so you're basically talking about the advantages of creating car-free days. Okay, fine. Let's see. The main disadvantage of car-free days is that some people would struggle to travel around. The reason is that they are totally dependent, careful with your spelling, on cars for their daily commute. That's the word here. Thus, without an alternative method of transportation, they would not go to work and stay at home. For example, a study shows that 52% of people in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, go to work in their private cars, and about 80% of them miss work, not the work, but miss work when the car is broken. Okay. But this problem could be solved by emphasizing the importance of car-free days and encouraging people to use public transport instead. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, to conclude, the advantages of vehicle-free days are extremely valuable to the environment and traffic. And its drawback, without the apostrophe there, okay, you don't need an apostrophe, could be defeated by encouraging people to use public transportation. All right, I rather like this. It was clear, it followed a good structure. It was, for the most part, nicely done. All right, so good job with this. Keep on writing. I want to see more essays from you. I want you to correct these essays and return them back corrected. Also, your error correction list, you should add all the errors that were pointed out to that error correction list. Okay, and I'm sure that with all of this and your next essays that you're going to write within the next day or so, you will see yourself improving. All right, so I will be waiting for those next essays, so good luck writing.